Hey everybody, it's Gomlet and welcome back to another Cascade Constructed event. Before I hop in, let's go ahead and show off my deck that I'm using today. So today we have a mono blue mill deck. This is basically the first thing that I thought of when I thought of Cascade Constructed, but I was not bold enough to immediately build the deck. I decided I was going to play mono red first because that was way simpler. So yeah, I have played a few events with this deck and tried to make it as good as possible, and I think this is the best build that I've made so far. I'm sure that there are better builds out there. So the way I initially started with this build was I had just absolutely nothing at 1 and 2 mana until Drowned Secrets. Drowned Secrets was my only thing at 2 mana because that way, whenever I cast a 3-drop, no matter what, I hit a Drowned Secret, so I could consistently mill my opponent really fast. The problem I found with that is that mono red and just early aggro decks are everywhere in this format, and they are blisteringly fast here. So I screwed around with a bunch of stuff trying to figure out how on earth I could maybe survive the really fast decks every once in a while. I remember I had Sea Legs in here for a little bit. I literally spent common wild cards to put Sea Legs in here to try and slow down their little creatures. But it turns out the best thing that I've found, honestly, to stop these early really fast decks is just like Thoughtbound Phantasm. I mean, it's a 1-mana 2/2 with Defender. You're not winning by damaging your opponent anyway, so the Defender doesn't really matter, so it's basically just a 1-mana 2/2 blocker that you can cascade into anytime you cast a Wall of Lost Thoughts or a Drowned Secrets or something. The card has saved my butt a lot. It gets the early trades in there. It makes sure that your opponent can't just always Lightning Strike and shock you. They actually have to clear the way by getting rid of these little annoying blockers. I think it's actually pretty good. So yeah, this is the build that I'm running. I wouldn't put Thoughtbound Phantasm in just like any deck. It's just, I don't even have Surveil in here and I'm putting him in here. It's just nice to have that early blocker to trade off with the really fast decks. So yeah, the only other thing that I've really changed in here without thinking was the River's Rebuke, because I had 22 lands in here before and I found that I was getting mana flooded a lot, so I was like, I could take out one land and throw in a random card, so I figured let's just throw in a River's Rebuke, because, I mean, that's a strong card and it'll cascade into like anything in the deck, so why not? That's kind of a random choice. That's the only one that I'm not super sure about. Sphinx of Foresight, I think this card's really, really good in this deck, because if you get into your opener, you get to scry 3 at the very start to make sure that you draw a Drowned Secrets or something important early on, as well as a good land to non-land ratio. And if you have to hardcast this later, that's fine too, because it's a 4-mana card, so it'll cascade into basically anything. And if it stays on the board, which it possibly will, because I've had people use stuff that's like destroy a non-land permanent on Drowned Secrets instead of my Sphinx. If it stays on the board, you get to scry at the beginning of each of your upkeeps, so it's really nice. And that can help you just win the game by always drawing the cards you need when you need them. So let's just hop into this event here. I have done 2 events with a mono blue mill deck, just trying to perfect it. The first time I did pretty bad. I think I did 2 and 2 and dropped out, but the second time with basically this build, -1 River's Rebuke, +1 Island, I went 5 and 1. So let's see if we can continue with that streak here. That would be really nice. So I like this opener a lot. I don't like it like a gigantic amount, but it has double Psychic Corrosion if we can just get 1 island at some point. And if not, it has some early game blockers. It has Thoughtbound Phantasm and Wall of Lost Thoughts, so we won't die immediately if my opponent is super aggressive. So it looks like we're playing against green. This could be a problem. This was literally the only deck that I lost to last time was mono green, because they had a copy of Gaia's Blessing. If you hate Mill, play a green deck with Gaia's Blessing, and Mill cannot beat you at all. So Gaia's Blessing is a green and a colorless. If it gets milled from your library, you shuffle your whole graveyard back in. It's impossible to beat for Mill, so that was depressing. So I guess if you look at it that way, since that card is just an auto loss for Mill decks, I kind of went 5-0 with this deck last time. So, we're going to get a bunch of little Thoughtbound Phantasms, thanks to cascading off these Wall of Lost Thoughts. Was kind of hoping to get an opt there just so I could scry into a land for the Psychic Corrosions. Plus, my opponent's start seems to be like they're just starting with an unblockable creature anyway, so all these defenders might not do much. So it looks like they're blue, green, and white, or they just have a Johnny's Welcome in there literally just to cascade into. This card is a very important card for this format, I think, and we top decked the land, so that was really good. I think a Johnny's Welcome is a very important card for this format. If you're playing a deck with a lot of creatures and you want to not die to mono red immediately, a Johnny's Welcome is a very good way to do that. And I think that would be a really cool play from our opponent, to just have a Johnny's Welcome in their deck even though they don't have planes, just so whenever they play a 2-drop, they get in a Johnny's Welcome. That's actually a really cool idea. And I think that's what they're doing, just so they're not losing to burn decks. Because burn decks really are the menace here. So that island last turn was a very, very good draw. I think it's setting us up for a very good start here. My opponent will be at like a million life, but that doesn't really matter. I just have to make sure I don't die to this unblockable guy, which is about to do a whole lot of damage. Does the Forerunner put counters on itself? Okay, good. This puts counters on itself and not just any Merfolk, so they can't just put counters on their unblockable guy. But oh my god, they get to make so many Merfolk each turn. I think I'm just going to die to the River Sneak, like, really quickly. I need to draw, like, Arrester's Admonition, just one of my cards that, like, delays a creature a bit. Or this is going to be very bad. And I didn't draw any of those. I don't think I have anything at 2 mana that slows down creatures, so, like, I could just cast a Psychic Corrosion and maybe hit a Wall of Lost Thoughts or a Drowned Secrets, or I could just play a Drowned Secrets. So I don't really need more blockers. Just gotta play whatever mills my opponent the fastest, and I think that's just another Drowned Secrets here, actually. I guess I do want one more blocker so that I can block absolutely everything. So I'll just play a Psychic Corrosion first, hoping to hit a blocker, like another Wall of Lost Thoughts. Perfect, we got the wall. I do think I'm gonna just die to this River Sneak. That is very nice. River Sneak with a Deep-Root Waters out. But at least, it's not like we did nothing this game. Even if I die in 2 turns. We've got them down to basically half a library. That's impressive, at the very least. But I do think I'm dying to a River Sneak, because they get to cast their Silvergill Adept and draw a card, and they get a bonus Merfolk from Deep-Root Waters. Oh yeah, they have Jungleborn Pioneer as well. So they get a minimum of 3 Merfolk out this turn? Oh my god, they're playing 4, 5... I can't even count, man. They have so many triggers going on. They're playing a lot of Merfolk, and I'm taking a lot of unblockable damage here. Plus they have the second River Sneak now. I don't think we win this game. Unless I can somehow mill 32 cards next turn. And while this deck mills them fast, I don't think it mills them that fast. Yeah, this is pretty bad. There's just about nothing I can do here. Oh boy, they're going with the all attack. I suppose we kill the 1/1s because we can. And then we block what we can. Why did you unblock? Alright. Yeah, those are the blocks. I do not think that there's a way for me to mill them 30 cards here, but I will do a lot of math just to make sure. So here's 4 cards right there. Yeah, I do not see what could possibly mill them that many cards. I could cast 2 Wall of Lost Thoughts. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if I hit an opt off of the first one, that's 14. That's not enough. If I play a Drowned Secrets, that's 2 cards. And then my next card is like 4 more cards. Yeah, I just die here. For sure. Alright, well, we'll play the Drowned Secrets, because, I don't know, it's cooler. I do think I would have milled them more cards this turn if I just played Drowned Secrets earlier instead of Psychic Corrosion, so I do think that was a misplay on my part, but I don't think that I would have milled them fast enough to just kill them this turn, regardless. Wall of Lost Thoughts. Mill you a little bit more before I die. And that is game. We put them to 15 cards in library, but that is as far as we could get before they destroy us with these river sneaks. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop and head into the next game. Oh, and Kumena. Yeah, that was a brutal game. River Sneak is quite good. I honestly think we would have won that game if I'd drawn a single Arrester's Admonition just to slow down the River Sneaks by 1 turn. If I had drawn one early on in the game to stop that River Sneak after the first hit of 5, because I literally only needed 1 more turn of milling them, and I would have got there. They had 15 cards left, but I had another wall to mill them after having 2 Drowned Secrets, so that's a minimum of 8 cards, plus whatever I cast off of the wall, which would hopefully be an opt, which would be another 4, 5, 6 cards. Yeah, I think 1 more turn of milling I could have got there. So yeah, we'll keep this. This is not super exciting, but I have 3 mana cards that I can use to try to Cascade into Drowned Secrets. There's a 50-50 chance there. Or I guess it's not a 50-50 chance, it's a 25% chance, because I'm either hitting Thoughtbound Phantasm, Opt, Drowned Secrets, or a Wall of Stuff. Wall of Lost Things, I don't remember. So we're playing against green-white here. They start with an Incubation Druid into probably a Johnny's Welcome? Ooh, Llanowar Elves. Alright. That's good as well. That's 2 ramp cards out on turn 2. Seems pretty good. And we just naturally draw a Drowned Secrets. Do I just cast that? I'm not really under a whole lot of pressure right now, so I think we just cast Drowned Secrets. Plus I have a River's Rebuke for later in this game to hopefully really slow down my opponents. So we're going to go ahead and opt into a Wall of Lost Thoughts. Yeah, I would like to draw the wall. And we will pass the turn. They get to play some big stuff this turn. So Biogenic Ooze from our opponents. That is some pretty big stuff. Into a Quasi-Duplicate on their ramp card. I like it. I like it. That's some good stuff from opponent. I could do double Wall of Lost Thoughts, or I can try and hit another Drowned Secrets by casting an Aviation Pioneer or Sailor of Means or something. Sailor of Means also lets us try to hit Rebuke, so I'm gonna play the Sailor of Means to get the treasure to try to hit Rebuke, and also we might cascade into another Drowned Secrets. Probably not. Yeah, we just hit an opt. Alright, Sphinx of Foresight. I don't think I actually want that right now. I'm just trying to hit River's Rebuke now, since I cast the Sailor. I could just play Drowned Secrets here, but then I'm probably not River's Rebuking. Just gonna pass here, and we're gonna take a pretty big hit this turn. I guess we don't. We just lose a Thoughtbound Phantasm. Take 1 if they attack with everybody. They do have mana to pump their Druids now, though. Those could be 3/5s that add even more mana. They have double Quasi-Duplicate Engrave. So they could Quasi-Duplicate Biogenic Ooze. That'd be pretty spicy. They don't have any blue mana, though. Can't tell if they haven't drawn any blue mana, or if they're literally just running Quasi-Duplicates to cascade into. which is possible. They've probably just not drawn blue mana, though, because that's a pretty ballsy move. March of the Multitudes. This River's Rebuke is gonna be really good. I'm gonna be the happiest man ever that I actually put a River's Rebuke in, because that might save me this game. Things would be exceptionally bad without a River's Rebuke here, but I still need to draw land to cast it, so I want to get hit for a lot if I don't draw land here, and I do draw land, so it's time. Get that all back into your hand, please, sir, or ma'am. Or non-binary. Psychic Corrosion, not a bad Cascade. And just mill you off Drown Secrets. And put your stuff back in your hand. I'll worry about it later. No attacks. Alright. So now they don't even get to replay that much stuff. Like, yeah, I was gonna say, if they want to play their Biogenic Ooze again, that's all they get to do. Okay, they do have blue lands, for sure. There's an island and a glacial fortress. I don't know what they cascaded into. But apparently they didn't want to cast it right now. Maybe they cascaded into a Quasi-Duplicate, and then they just couldn't cast it because they didn't have any creatures out. Alright, they're down to 34 cards in Library. Kind of want to Aviation Pioneer and try to hit Drown Secrets, but I think it's just more consistent and more mill if I just cast Drown Secrets into double wall. So let's just mill you a whole lot this turn. That's the plan. Get an opt in there in the middle of all that. We'll see what we can opt into here. Another land, put that on the bottom. And draw into another Wall of Lost Thoughts. Well, we're going to mill them a lot. So we mill them 8 cards per wall. So 16 more cards here. Pretty nice. I think we have Lethal Mill next turn. Off of Aviation Pioneer into Cascading into literally any card. That's 2 blue spells next turn, which is a total mill of 8. Or that's a total mill of... Yeah, a total mill of 8 off of 2 blue cards from Aviation Pioneer, and then Wall of Lost Thoughts for 4 more. That's milling 12, which is exact lethal. They have 12 cards left in their library. It is possible that they have a single copy of Gaia's Blessing in there, though. We haven't seen it, so they probably don't. But if they had a single copy of Gaia's Blessing, then they would win this game. They are a green deck, so they could if they wanted to. But then they would be a less consistent deck against non-mill stuff. So we'll have to just moment of truth here. Oh, I even forgot about the Psychic Corrosion mill. Yeah, they're definitely getting milled out if they don't have Gaia's Blessing. So please don't have it. Another Drowned Secrets. That's a fine Cascade. I don't really need it at this point, but it's cool. Looks like no Gaia's Blessing. And they got 1 card left in deck. So Wall of Lost Thoughts mill you for 10 total. If their last card is Gaia's Blessing, how clutch would that be? Okay, it's not. Good game. And that is how you mill someone out in Cascade. Alright, so we are 1 win and 1 loss. It could all end after 1 more game. I could just immediately lose another game. Someone could have a Gaia's Blessing in their deck, or a lot of unblockable creatures. My deck is not good against unblockable creatures. I definitely have to draw my Arrester's Admonition, or I just die. Because I do have a lot of defenders, but defenders, nothing can block unblockable creatures. That's the whole point of unblockable. Alright. I also really don't want to play against mono red. My matchup against mono red isn't an auto lose no matter what, like it used to be, but it's still pretty bad, mainly just because mono red's really, really good. I think I'm actually just going to keep this opt, and cast it later after I have, like, Drown Secrets and Corrosion out. Oh no. They are red, at least. Drown Secrets. Thoughtbound Phantasm should be good if they are mono red, then that is a good Cascade. If they're any deck that attacks, this is a great Cascade, but if they don't attack... Okay, they are mono-red. I'm terrified. There's the Shock to kill the Phantasm. But the thing is, if we didn't have Phantasm in our deck, then we would have just got shocked to the face. I'm gonna cast Wall of Lost Thoughts. Try to hit another Phantasm, I think, here. Nice! We got another one. Probably should have just opted earlier, instead of just trying to get the value out of the Drown Secrets. But I didn't know for sure if I was playing against, like, a blistering fast mono-red deck. Which, now I know, because, I mean, look at this grave. Skewer the Critics for 3. Cascade into a Warlord's Fury. So Steamkin goes up to 3/3? And they draw a card. Nice! I can block that. They do not have a particularly fast start, but I have drawn garbage. I really need a land. So they've got a pretty slow start, but I have a slower start. Or just at least equally slow. Light up the stage. That's pretty bad. They get access to a Get-To Lava Runner and something. I can't tell what's going on. There's too much stuff. Oh, they cascaded into Lava Runner, and they have Gutter Snipe and a Mountain. So spend all the Steamkin mana on the Gutter Snipe to hopefully just kill me with that. I am assuming is their plan. Wall of Lost Thoughts or Psychic Corrosion. I guess I'm just Psychic Corrosioning here, because I'm probably just dying to Gutter Snipe's ability. So I really need Arrester's Admonition, something to get rid of that Gutter Snipe for some time. I think I'm about to just lose to Mono Red here. But we've milled them more than half their library at this point. Only 28 cards left. Maybe I don't just die? Alright, I die. That's a light up the stage with the Gutter Snipe on the board. This is bad. This is one of the slowest Mono Red starts that I've seen, though. Which is why, like... I mean, my start was pretty slow as well. But if there was ever a hand that my opponent could have that my deck could beat, it would be this one. I think I just probably should have opted earlier. Really needed to hit the third land. Yeah, I'm just dead. It just really doesn't matter what I pick, I'm dead. They already have like a million cards in hand, so what's 3 more? Alright, well I definitely die next turn, so is there any possible way to mill them 20 more cards this turn? I do not believe so. Wall of Lost Thoughts is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's milling them 10 minimum. And if I get like an opt... I guess I get Sailor of Means. I Sailor of Means, and then if I hit an opt, then I think I can do it. Because if I Sailor of Means, and I hit opt, and then I can opt into a land, I think that's like exactly enough mill, if I hit opt. Oh my god. If I draw a land off this opt. If I draw a land off this opt, but then they can just kill me in their upkeep. That would be the saddest. Oh! Oh my god, this is really close. I didn't actually math it out, but I think I can mill them exact lethal. Oh no, I can't! They still have 2 cards left. No, man! 2 cards off. Well, that was exciting either way. That was a lot of mill. But we are definitely dead now. We were probably still gonna die if I milled them there, which is crazy. Even if I milled them there, they just have to kill me with instants in their upkeep, which they have. I have 9 health, but they have a gutter snipe out, so 3 instants and I'm dead. They're just gonna cast a gutter snipe, revealing that their last card is a mountain. Cool. They have 1 card in library and I'm about to lose. That's so sad. The issue, no pyromancers here. If I somehow don't die this turn, I am like a god. But how on earth would they not have an instant or sorcery? Oh yeah, they just have risk factor. What are you doing? What are they doing? They could have really just killed me by now. Why did they do that? Can I survive because they did that? Why did they do that? Oh my god! Oh my god, they could have just cast a risk factor and that's 4 to me. Oh my god. Oh. Oh wait, they couldn't cast risk factor because if they cast risk factor, I could have made them draw 3 cards and then they would have lost. But then I didn't look at what they discarded. Did they seriously not have a single instant or sorcery other than risk factor? That's insane. That's actually insane. Oh my god, that game was ridiculous. I can't believe I'm still in this event right now. We just beat the Mono Red Menace. That's a total keep. I get to scry 6? I get to scry 6 at the start of this game? Well, I know I'm going to hit my 3rd land. So let's... Yeah, I don't think I need a Sailor... I guess I might need a Sailor to just not die. But I probably am cascading into Phantasms off of Drowned Secrets, hopefully. Don't think I need Opt. There's no reason not to draw Opt, I guess. So we just, like, put Island on top and an Opt. And we're just going to Opt on turn 1. Thoughtbound Phantasm? I'm gonna put Phantasm on bottom. I can just, like, cascade into Phantasms, that's fine. I'll probably just cascade into all my Phantasms by the end of this game anyway. So we'll go Opt at the very top into Island. Okay, I didn't realize... Oh, I should have realized, because this doesn't trigger till the start of my upkeep. I didn't realize that I was playing first, in which case I should have put the Island on top, because now I don't draw the Island anymore. Because I'm casting a card on turn 2. Let's put that on bottom, because I need to hit the Island. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well, that was a pretty bad misplay on my part. I should have realized that I was going first, because of the fact that my scry triggers happened there. Oh boy, we're playing against Dinos. The ramp is real fast here. Rampant Growth and Llanowar Elves in the same turn, so now they have 4 mana out, which means next turn they go land and they have 5. That's spooky. Oh my god, I needed to hit a land. This is so bad. This is so bad. I think I could have been in a really good spot here easily if I had just realized that I was going first and put the land before the Opt. I don't want that. Oh, thank God. So I'm not, like, infinitely dead, but I could be in a way better spot right now. I could just have a Psychic Corrosion out if I just drew that land earlier. Another Drowned Secrets? Alright. We're gonna hit for 1, and then they're casting Carnage Tyrant next turn. Seems good. Cast a Psychic Corrosion or just cast a Sphinx. Either way, I care a lot more about what I cascade into than what I cast. Let's play a Sphinx. It also lets me scry in my next upkeep, so I can try to keep putting lands on top to River's Rebuke them, to slow them down. Nice! We hit a blocker. That is very good. That's what I need. For sure. We might even just be able to kill them with Sphinxes if I River's Rebuke them. Just attack with Flyers to win? Don't even mill them? That would be hilarious, and so I'm going to try it. Because, yeah, now they Carnage Tyrant. I'm going to try to scry into a land. We're going to block the Tyrant with our wall and let them play whatever next turn. And then River's Rebuke. You know what? I probably should just cast Drown Secrets into Corrosion here. But I really like attacking them. Because it's funny. They're at 33 cards in library already, so I think that just Drown Secrets into Corrosion would be really good. Alright, you know what? We're doing the less funny thing, because I want to try to win. I want to show off that this deck can actually work, so I'm going to try my best to actually win things here. As hilarious as it would be to try to just beat them down with Sphinxes, I'm going to try to just actually win instead. I mean, we're not going to block with the Sphinx. I mean, maybe we do just block with Sphinx and Phantasm and trade. I mean, I could still just attack with the Sphinx. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to play for the win and not for the fun. Galt! Oh boy. Oh boy. But maybe attacking with the Sphinx is playing for the win in this instance. Because it is, like, really unlikely that I'm blocking with it. Oh, okay, they just kill it. Alright. Okay, then. Now I cannot trade for the Tyrant, but I could just double block it, stop all the damage. That seems fine. Stop all the damage. Or I still take 1. That's kind of lame. And now I rebuke them. I rebuke thee. I just realized I did not confirmed have the mana for River's Rebuke this turn, so that would have been horrific if I did not draw the land there. That was really lucky. That could have been real bad. Ooh, Cascade into the Sphinx. We got him back. Alright, I think they just lose. If I survive this turn, they're dead. There's no way I can't mill the last, what, 10 cards they're going to have left here? Next turn. So, once again, it's one of those situations. If they're running Gaia's Blessing, then I lose. And if they're not, then I win. Because they've got 11 cards left in library. Alright, they've got 10 cards left now. Ooh, Thrashing Brontoton can slow down my mill. So I actually maybe can't mill them fast enough now. Oh. Oh, they just spent all their mana to kill my Sphinx. I guess I can now. There was like a slight chance that I wouldn't be able to mill them fast enough if they killed one of my Drown Secrets, but now I definitely can. Yeah, their library's gone off of these 2 cards alone. Please don't be running Gaia's Blessing. Looks like my opponent is not running Gaia's Blessing, and so that is another win for Drowned Secrets. That was intense. Alright, that's 3 wins and 1 loss. Gonna have to pilot this deck very well to make it to 5 wins, but 3 wins, 2 losses. Even if we lose this round, we've done slightly better than average, so that's good with me. Gozomonte. That's a cool name. Alright. I've got the Sphinx in my hand, so I get to just scry 3 at the start of this game, so this hand is fine. This hand is absolutely fine, at the very least. Opponent mulligans down to 6 cards. We are going to use this. Okay, so I am playing first. I need to remember, I am playing first. So if I want to draw land, but I'm just not casting anything on turn 1. This is double opt and an island. I'm just going to scry into the ops, right? Just cascade into ops off of the walls. I don't actually think I want this island, because the only 4-mana card I'm playing is Sphinx. And I'll probably get an island by then anyway. And do I need 5? I guess island is fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. Let's just put the land on top. I'm really bad at scrying, I'm going to be honest. So I'm just not going to play Phantasm on this turn, so I can draw my island. Hopefully they're not playing a deck where I need that Phantasm immediately. Alright, they're blue-black, and they spent the 2 life. Which you can always spend the life against my deck, because... Oh, wait! Oh, my god! Oh, I'm so bad! Oh, I'm so bad! That was awful. Alright, I just declined to cast an opt for fun. Wow. Wow, I could have just drawn a card, and I decided not to, because there was this big shiny button. I think it's because, oh my god, yeah, my brain's been, like, befuddled by all this stuff, because at the start of the game, for the Sphinx trigger, you just click on the big button that says submit. But there I just clicked on the big button that said decline, like a fool, because I'm so used to clicking on the big button that says submit. That was dumb. That was real dumb on my behalf. We're going to play Drowned Secrets here. I'm not really worried about the Wild Growth Walker. It's going to be big really fast, but since I'm not playing mono red, don't really care that they're about to gain 1,000,000 life. So, like, at most, it's going to be hitting me for, like, 3 a turn, which is not that scary. Now that we have Drowned Secrets out, do I want to just cast a Phantasm? Yeah, because next turn I'll just cast my Sphinx. So let's use all our mana here. So they are blue, green, black. They very well could have Undergrowth cards or Gaia's Blessing and just ruin my day, end it all right here. Ooh, they're stuck on mana. Or cast a Sphinx and see if they Essence Scatter me or something. If not, this should be a pretty good turn. I've got a lot of cards there. Rester's Admonition, that's fine. Guess I bounce the Walker back to their hand and draw a card here. This time I will actually cast my spell off of the Cascade, just to make sure I can draw the card. I don't know. I am such an idiot, honestly. I am a real big dumb idiot. So next turn's going to be pretty nice. I get to Sailor of Means, Cascade into a 2 or 1 mana card, and follow it up with a Wall of Lost Thoughts, even if I don't draw land, because of the Sailor of Means treasure. That's the main reason Sailor of Means is in here. He's basically a 2-mana 1/4, so he blocks really well. He is technically a 3-mana 1/4 that gives you a mana for later, but I almost always just use the mana immediately so I can play 2 creatures in 1 turn. Or 2 spells in 1 turn or whatever. So our opponent got pretty mana screwed there, which is unfortunate. They did have to mulligan at the start as well. But, oh, a win's a win, I'll take it. That sounds mean. To be fair, if they didn't want to lose to mill, all they had to do was put a single Gaia's Blessing in there. But I understand, even the people who know about Gaia's Blessing, I understand not putting it in there, because it's just useless against any other deck. And it's not completely useless, but it's a pretty bad card. 2 mana, shuffle 3 of your cards in your grave back in and draw a card. The only thing you really care about is that it's drawing a card against any other deck. So, final game, win or lose, we're 4-1. If I win, we'll be at a 5-1 run, and if I lose, we will be at a something bad, a 4-2 run. So let's go ahead and opt. Yep. Just go ahead and circle through my library, nice and cute. Now we'll see what we draw. I do want the land here because I have a Murmuring Mystic. I want to make it to 4 mana, and they are red-white, so there's something very aggressive. So if I can get this Murmuring Mystic out, it should be able to give me a lot of blockers to hopefully survive the late game here as I mill them out. So I do want my 4 mana. Johnny's Pride Mate from our opponent. So I'm really hoping to run into a Murmuring Mystic here, because Johnny's Pride Mate can get insanely... Or not a Murmuring Mystic, a Thoughtbound Phantasm. I want something to block it, because Pride Mate can get really, really big really fast. That's not something that can block it, unfortunately, but I will cast it. Guess I'd rather just draw the opts, because now I know, bam, that's all 4 of my opts. Every time that I hit a 1-drop off of a Cascade, it's going to be a blocker, which is probably really important in this matchup. They've got a Healer's Hawken and Johnny's Pride Mate out already. They're off to a really good start, and I haven't cascaded into any blockers yet, so this is a pretty terrifying way to start this game. I will Sailor of Means. Ooh, Tajik. That's a big, big problem. They get to start mentoring onto their creatures. They also hit a Lightning Strike off of the Cascade. This is real bad. I just go to 10 immediately. Yeah, well, I mean, this is kind of what happens when you play against the aggro start and don't draw any of the anti-aggro that you put in your deck. But I could off of this Cascade here. We do have a Sailor of Means. That is a 1/4 blocker. And if I hit another blocker, then we're fine. That's not another blocker. So I think I'm pretty much dead on board next turn. So that's going to be a quick way to end this last game here. Do get to opt again, but it's not going to do anything. It's just going to mill them a little bit. So I think I'll save the treasure. That way, if I somehow survive, I can cast Murmuring Mystic and opt, so I get another blocker with the Mystic. But I do not think I am surviving this turn. So, I mean, block there and take 6, hopefully only 6. But they have red mana up, they have a Lightning Strike, and all kinds of stuff they could do. Probably just dead. The fact that they didn't play anything until main phase 2 makes me think I have a very slight chance of survival. Okay, I survived that turn, but I think I'm again in a situation I have to cascade into some kind of good blocker here. Arrester's Admonition would be fine. Aviation Pioneer would be perfect. That is really what I want to hit here to survive. But even if I do hit it, they can very easily just have a Shock and a Lightning Strike and it's all over. I did hit a blocker, so if they don't have burn spells in hand, I have a very, very slight chance here of being alive for a little bit. We did mill one of their Lightning Strikes, so that's good. We milled one of their Heroic Reinforcements, so we've milled a little bit of their ways that they could possibly kill me out of nowhere. But they could still have one in their hand. No attacks. That seems like a terrible idea. They're down to 32 cards. Lightning Strike me for 3. Do they have a second copy? Cast a Leonin, dude. So... they do have one more Lightning Strike in their deck, so that's pretty bad. They have a lot of Heroic Reinforcements left in their deck, I think. Yeah, they have 3 Heroic Reinforcements left. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. We did get a pretty nice defensive field out now, but we took too many hits too early. That we're just, like, literally at 1 life. Like, what could they possibly do to not win, you know? So I'm gonna let them attack, and then I'll make a 1/1. Let's make a 1/1. Baby! Like, I can survive if I can block with everything, if they have absolutely nothing else. I just cascade into absolutely nothing, because I played a 1-mana card. Oh my god, they have... oh my god, they have Integrity and Intervention as well? I think I do want to draw a Rester's Admonition. They have so many things that can just kill me out of nowhere. Let's keep the 1/4 instead of the 0/4. I guess the 0/4 I can bounce with my own Arrester's Admonition to try and kill them 1 turn. Yeah, I probably do actually want the 0/4 more than the 1/4 just because of the enter the battlefield effect. So we block like that. They just had the Lightning Strike. Why? Why you gotta play it like that? You just had the Lightning Strike the whole time. Well, that's unfortunate. I do think we could have tried our best to stabilize next turn. I could Arrester's Admonition and Opt, that's 2 more 1/1s, and if I cascaded into another instant or sorcery, that would be another 1/1. I could also just play the Aviation Pioneer as a 1/2 into 1/1 and try to cascade into an instant or sorcery. Either one of those plays could have stabilized, but I think they did just have too many cards in their deck that would have killed me on the spot. Intervention for 3 damage to the face, Lightning Strike for 3 damage to the face, Heroic Reinforcements for some hasty dudes, stuff like that. But 4 wins is not bad at all. We get all of our coins that we spent on the event back, as well as some more cards for our collection. Looks like an Ariel and a Flame of Keld. So some cool stuff. Well, thank you all for watching. I do think that mill decks are viable in this format, as you can tell by the fact that I just went 4-1. That's not bad at all. But I do think that the biggest problem, the hardest thing to beat for sure, are the aggressive decks with it. But you do what you do. You do what you gotta do. You do the best you can. That's why you got Thoughtbound Phantasms in there. Just early blockers. That's why you got Aviation Pioneers in there for 2 blockers off of 1 card. But yeah, I think the River's Rebuke was a pretty nice addition in here, just instead of the 22nd island. We did have that one game where we really needed our 3rd land, and we didn't get it for a while, but it all worked out, so that's fine. We do have 4 Sphinx of Foresight and 4 Opt to help hit our lands. I think we don't need that many lands in here. 21's probably fine. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching another Cascade Constructed event here. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for some more Magic Arena of some form. Thanks for watching. See ya.